Hey there, and welcome! Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a super cool magic trick that happens all the time, all around us. It's a trick so good, it can actually fool your own eyes. But don't you worry, we're going to use a little bit of science to figure out exactly how it works, so let's get right into it. So, you've seen this before, right? You take a perfectly straight straw, pop it in a glass of water, and bam! All of a sudden, it looks like it's broken or bent right at the surface. It happens every time. But what is really going on? Is the straw actually bending? Let's solve this little puzzle together. Okay, so this strange effect, this little trick that the straw and the water are playing on us, well, it actually has a proper scientific name. It's called an optical illusion. And what is that? It's really simple. It's something our eyes see, but it isn't actually real. See, our eyes send these messages to our brain, but sometimes the message gets a little, well, mixed up along the way. That straw isn't really bent at all. It just looks like it is. All right, so if the straw isn't bent, then what's causing this whole illusion? What's the big secret behind the magic trick? Well, the secret isn't in the straw, and it's not even really about the water. The secret is all about light. And here's our magic word for today: refraction. Now, I know it sounds like a big, complicated science word, but it just means the bending of light. That's it. That's the entire secret. When light is on the move, it can actually bend and change its direction. And there you have it. We can connect all the pieces. That bent straw in the glass, it's a classic optical illusion, and it's caused by refraction. The light bouncing off the part of the straw that's underwater bends as it comes out of the water, and that's what tricks our eyes. But wait, that just brings up another question, doesn't it? Why does light bend? What makes it suddenly decide to change its path? Let's dig in and find out. Okay, so how does this really happen? To get it, just imagine light is like a super fast runner. As long as it's running on a nice smooth track, it moves in a perfectly straight line. But what do you think happens when that runner suddenly goes from the track into a giant patch of thick, gooey mud? Well, it's gonna slow down and change direction, right? That is exactly what happens to light. Air is like that smooth, easy track, and water is like the thick mud. It's denser or thicker. So when light travels from air into water, it slows down and bends. Now, to measure that bend, scientists imagine a straight line called the normal line. The light actually bends towards this imaginary line. And the opposite is true too. When light goes from something dense, like water, back into the air, it speeds up and bends away from that line. This diagram shows us exactly what's happening. See that light ray coming in? That's called the incident ray. That imaginary straight line is the normal line we were just talking about. And then you can see it right there. Once the light enters the new material, it bends. That bent ray is what we call the refracted ray. It's a perfect picture of refraction in action. Now, this whole bending light thing isn't just for making straws look weird. Oh no. Scientists and inventors have figured out how to use refraction to give us some amazing everyday superpowers. That's right. By learning how to control this little magic trick of bending light, we've actually invented tools that let us see the world in all sorts of incredible new ways. Just think about eyeglasses, for example. The lenses in them are just carefully shaped pieces of glass or plastic. They use refraction to bend light just perfectly, helping it focus on the back of the eye so people can see clearly. And what about a magnifying glass? It uses a special kind of curved lens called a convex lens. It bends all the light rays inward, which makes things look way bigger than they really are. It's all about controlling refraction. And that's really the big idea for today. From the simple illusion of a bent straw, all the way to powerful tools like glasses and microscopes, this one scientific principle, bending light, lets us see the world in a whole new way. So, that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We now know that refraction is behind some pretty amazing things. So the next time you look through a window, or at a fish in a tank, or maybe see a rainbow, ask yourself, is this another magic trick caused by bending light? Keep looking and keep being curious. Thanks for joining me.